What's up everyone, I'm Mike and today we're checking out the all-new rim mount from Lauten Audio. So in my mic locker, I have a box full of various drum mic mounts that haven't been touched in years, awaiting the day I finally get around to listing them for sale on Reverb. I love the idea of using drum mounts instead of mic stands, just to clean up some of that clutter around the drum kit. I mean, you've got your snare stand, cymbal stands and hi-hat stand, stands for your toms, mic stands for your overheads, add-in stands for your close mics as well, and that's a lot of stands, especially if you've got a ton of cymbals and toms. I'm looking at you, metal drummers. And if you're somebody who does top and bottom mics on toms, so getting some of the close mics off of stands and onto the drums themselves, in theory, makes both the close mics and everything else a lot easier to place where you want it. But I say in theory because in reality, every mount I've tried until now kinda sucks. So let's see what makes this one different. So at the heart of the Lauten Rim Mount is this lever. Loosen it and you've got 3 different points of adjustments. Ball joints at the base of the mount and where the mic attaches, and a swivel joint right here in between. This gives you a ton of flexibility when it comes to positioning, meaning you can get the mic exactly where you want it. Then once it's in place, just tighten it back up and it's not going anywhere. Like that is incredibly solid. That means you can use bigger and heavier mics with this thing that you would never think to use with a rim mount before. And with how flexible the positioning is, you can actually get those larger mics placed exactly where you want them. I tried the rim mounts with the AKG D112, Shure SM7B, SE4400As, and even these massive Lauten LS308s, and they handled them all. And not only does it work with pretty much any mic, but it also works on pretty much any drum. I obviously tried them on your standard triple flange and die-cast hoops, but also on Slingerland stick savers and even S hoops, and I had no problem with any of them. This is the first drum mount I've ever seen work with S hoops. I've got a couple snares with those here at the studio, so that made me pretty happy. And once these are on your drums, they're on there. They've got these thick rubber pieces where it makes contact with the drum hoop, which not only help to grip the drum, but also to reduce vibrations coming from the drum. This means less random rumble getting into your mic, and just as importantly, fewer vibrations in the mount itself, which can loosen things up over time. Seriously, with some of the other mounts I've tried, they loosen up within like 15 minutes of playing, either causing the mic to move or the whole mount to start to slip off the drum. Not the case with these. Once you have these set, they're not moving. But yeah, these are absolutely 5 out of 5 stars in my book. They're everything I think a drum mic mount should be, yet hasn't been up until now. From the fact that they work with almost any mic, to the fact that you can actually position the mic where you want it, to just the attention to detail. Like with that main lever, for instance, they made it nice and long to make it easy to tighten, but that also means it could get in the way depending on how things are set. So they made it this sort of ratcheting kind of design where you can pull it up and out, and then you can rotate it freely to get it out of the way without tightening or loosening it. Things like that just show that they were actually thinking about ways to make this thing as useful as possible. But yeah, if you want to learn more about them or try them out for yourself, I'll put a link to them down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.